All right, it's official. I've spent too much time on the Amazon machine. If you spent too much time on the Amazon machine like me, comment Amazon machine in the description below. Guys, a lot of companies are starting to notice these Amazon deal videos. Because of that, people are creating discount codes and sending over products for us to check out. That way, I can look at them before you waste your money and spend them. But today, we've got a jam-packed video full of deals. Let's dig right in, starting with one of those companies that reached out to me, WorkPro. Now, I've been buying a lot of their products for a while. They saw some of the videos and said, you have to try out some of our new pliers. On top of that, we're creating a $3.40 off code for these pliers on the Amazon link in the description below. These things are freaking awesome. 86 reviews so far on Amazon at 4.6 stars. And these are kind of like those adjustable jaw, not mechanics pliers, but plumbing pliers. Now, these are the 4-inch version, and there's nothing like this. I believe the Knipex are pretty close, but those go for well over $33. These are $16.99, and after the discount, these are $13.50. Great build quality, but a spring-loaded locking jaw. So you push in this button, and then it will lock in, so it doesn't kind of fumble around, which is really convenient. And this expands out to, I believe, about 1 inch. So you can move massive bolts with this if you can get enough torque on there. But guys, this thing is just amazing, especially for the EDC practicality of a tool like this, especially at $13.50. Now, because of that, there seems to be a slightly extended lead time over Amazon Prime shipping, but I imagine after this video posts, that will grow even more, and that coupon may disappear. Now, there's a black version that you see here. These are $16.99. They have a little bit quicker shipping time, but no coupon code. Something to consider when you're looking at those pliers. The next one is actually one that my Amazon affiliate app recommended to me, and I have no affiliation with this company, though. This is the Dragon Creek fixed blade knife, and I've reviewed similar knives like this in the past, but this red variation with D2 steel and FRN handles and a full tang design generally goes for $40. It's on sale for 50% off at a limited time deal. 24 reviews at 4.6 stars. FRN sheath, and the sheath is pretty decent, especially for that $19.99 price point in this. Again, I have a feeling once this goes live, we will see this kind of sell out. You can also adjust that clip by loosening it up and rotating it at a cant. So that's really cool. But again, I imagine at 20 bucks, this is going to disappear. And if you're one of those guys watching this video a few hours after it posts or even a few days, and you're about to write a comment, hey, it's out of stock, or hey, the price went up. Yeah, that happens, and it happens pretty quick. And if you're not subscribed, that's the first thing you need to do is click that subscription button and click the notification bell so you guys can jump on these deals before everybody else does. And my goal is to bring you them as soon and as fast as possible and let you guys know about good opportunities. And speaking of another good opportunity, this Beam Keyite 500 is a freaking awesome little EDC flashlight. Now, I wasn't familiar with this until I discovered it on sale when I was, again, deep in the Amazon machine. These generally sell for 20 bucks, and they just kind of flew over my radar. Super lightweight aluminum construction, 6 modes, Type-C USB charging, and this little guy is down on sale for $13.99 in about 5 color variations. You click to turn it on, it remembers the last setting you were at. Long press to cycle through those 3 modes, which is pretty cool. Again, remembers the last setting you were at. You can also double click to go into a blinding turbo mode, up to 500 lumens out of this little pocket light. And on top of that, you can double click or triple click and go to a defensive strobe. Now, you may say, well, that's only 4 modes. You long press and go to a low lumen setting that's going to last for days on end. Perfect for bug out and prepping situations. It's got a nice little trap door to protect the USB-C port. The build quality on this is insane. And if you're thinking about an interesting color match EDC option, that's going to be pretty cool, again, especially at the price point of $13.99. I'm seeing purple, orange, green, black, and red all on sale for that price point. Again, no affiliation with this company, so I don't know how long they're going to last, but I figured I'd buy it and try it out, and I've been really liking it, and I figured you guys might too. The next deal is this little guy right here, which is a 500 lumen mini clip-on light, and it's brand new to Amazon, or at least new to me anyways. 26 reviews at 4.5 stars. I figured it'd be worth trying. These generally go for 20 bucks. Now, this clip is actually removable if you want to pop it off. USB-C recharging. You click it on. It remembers the last setting you were at, whether it's warm light, maybe you're in a camping situation or you're reading and you want an ambient warm light. Maybe you want a high-vis situation at the both of them. So it's got a white and that. So you've got that white spot right here, and this is actually going to be a nice thrower beam on this bright white. So you can see that thrower beam right there, and then you can switch over, sorry guys, turn that back on, and switch over to the diffuse light. So the warm is going to be a nice diffuse ambient light to read with, and then you can get the spotlight on there too and have both of them. So if you are searching for something at night, you can throw the beam a distance and get that. And then again, you can just have the spotlight to throw the beam for a distance. So really love that. But on top of that, you can actually long press to turn that off. Does remember the last setting. You can long press when it's off and it goes to a red. It also goes to a flashing red for an alert strobe if you clip this on your backpack or something like that if you're walking at night. Or you can click it again and it goes into like an SOS pattern, again for emergency situations. And you click it one more time and it cycles between red and blue. Be careful using this if you're not law enforcement, but just something to consider on this light. It's got a lot of options. It's very lightweight and it's affordable, down to 40% off from the $20 to $11.99. They also have some redeemable codes where if you buy 2 selected items, you can get an extra 10% off. Just love this little guy, and it's IP65 waterproof rated, so great for that outdoors camping scenario. The next thing I want to talk about is this little guy right here. Trying to explore new multi-tools and multi-tool options because you guys keep asking for those. So I found this one on Amazon and I bought it because it looks pretty cool. Generally 14 bucks, on sale for 18% off at $11.51. It's an 11-in-1 tool. So you've got the Phillips head located right here in the corner, the flat head, which you can double as a pry bar, wrenches, a bottle opener, a carabiner, a large wrench, and they call this an O2 valve opener. So that might be the size for oxygen tanks if you're into diving. And what I love is a window breaker on the end. And this can double as like a defensive strike tool, but that window breaker will be key. A little carbide bit to pop a window open in an emergency situation. For 12 bucks or $11.51, that's not that bad. I like that little guy right there. So very interesting find on Amazon. Now, a tried and true that I featured on the channel is this thrunite Archer Pro V2. These generally go for 20 bucks. There's only one color variation on sale, the black color variation. Great waterproof rating, 950 lumens with a blinding turbo mode. Turn this on, long press to gradient down, or long press to gradient up. You can double click for that turbo, triple click for a defensive strobe, USB-C recharging under the head of the light, double reversible clip to clip this onto the bill of your hat. And again, the cheapest price I've seen this in a very long time, $15.99. That is a great option at an affordable price point. The next one I want to talk about is this little guy right here. It's called a MultiTool pocket knife. This little EDC tool is pretty slick. Not the easiest, quickest opening, but a very nice EDC tool, especially if you're talking about opening packages. This is going to run over the top of an Amazon box pretty good to pop it open with all of those items you ordered off the Amazon machine. And it's got a bottle opener built in. Just a really unique little folder. Again, I'm trying to expand my horizons on this channel into some double-use EDC items. And this is a pretty cool little guy, especially at the price point. They go for 10 bucks. They're on sale for 20% off. Lowest price in 30 days at $7.99. And then this guy right here, I don't know how practical it is, but I thought it was neat. And a lot of you guys like the fixed blades, especially the double-edged daggers. This guy right here is 440C steel, so nothing too fancy. Rubberized handle, a flat pommel at the end, and a pretty darn good quality nylon sheath. Now, this guy generally sells for $24, and it actually has 690 reviews on Amazon. People really like it, and I can see why. The fit and finish is spectacular, and the 440C I can live with. It's a very corrosion-resistant steel. It's an okay steel, but especially at this price point. It's on sale for $14.99 at 38% off. So I really like this knife, especially at this price point if you were looking for a very long double-edged dagger with a very interesting nylon sheath. Gonna kind of be hard to beat this at 15 bucks. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What was your favorite item in the list? Honestly, this thing is super cheap at 20 bucks. Love some of the new lights I found, but the WorkPro Pliers, guys, these things are absolutely awesome. I'll probably be doing an updated full review, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, like I said earlier, definitely do so you don't miss the next deal and opportunity. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.